All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Talladega. Devin Ray and John Darnell have the front row. Dwayne Young and Larry McDonald on the second row. Robert Lawrence and Eli Childs on the third row. Jacob Howard and Michael Menchaca on the fourth row. Kenneth Gollman and Raymond Hanneman round out the top 10. Samuel Hoff starting in 11th, next to Jeffrey Hunter in 12th. Chris Justice in 13th, Wesley Lynch in 14th, Evan Carlton in 15th, Brian Hennings in 16th. Jessica Childs starts in 17th, next to John Hudson in 18th, Teresa Speaker in 19th, and Philip Willis in 20th. Tony Shelton starting in 21st, Jason Chrisman in 22nd, Jacob Hughes in 23rd, Jared Skinner starting in 24th. Ed Ryan in 25th, Walter Sahidek in 26th, Joseph Barrow in 27th, J.R. Miller 28th, Logan Watern in 29th, and Tracy Wooten in 30th. Wade Palmer and Andrew Guetta 31st and 32nd, Dave Collins in 33rd, Jamie Griffin in 34th, Sean Tenpenny in 35th, Greg Speaker in 26th. Brad Wilson 27th, Trevor A. starts 38th, Kyle Trudeau in 39th, Brian Whitney in 40th, Edward Fielder, Ambrose Nebel, Andrew Schuler, Austin Swanson, Tony Edrington, Brian Oshinska, and Thomas Edel round out the field. A 47-car field here at Talladega. Drop in the comments, let us know what your predictions are for this one. Definitely going to be an exciting one. And don't forget, it is Talladega, so the start-finish line is not center of the front straightaway. It's all the way over almost into turn one. That start-finish line placement will come into play in the closing laps of this one. A big field here tonight. Take a quick look down from our blimp. Only 2 drivers did not take to the grid. So 45 drivers are starting here tonight. The pace car will drop in out of turn 4. Then they will have to maintain pace speed until they get to the restart zone past the center of the tri-oval. Dwayne Young out front. Looks like there was a problem with our pole sitter. He has dropped to the back. Green flag is in the air there, down and away for the MADD 133 at Talladega. About a lap and a half till these trucks hit full speed. A couple of drivers started from pit lane. They are rolling out now. Already some 3 wide mid-pack. Nobody is going single file yet. Hey, good evening, Shazzy. Especially these cars at the back, the trucks at the back, they have got to make their way all the way up to the front with 47 trucks in the track. This is going to get interesting. And already 3 wide at the front here early. And that is a risky move for some of these guys, but Eli Childs is making his way to the front. Eli gets pushed to the lead, coming through 3 and 4. Will he be able to hold on and lead a lap here early? It was close, but Eli leads for the first time here tonight. And man, whoa, one car right in the middle. Oh, we've got a truck in the wall. Caution is out. They are wrecking through 2. Philip Willis, Walter also involved. Our first caution on lap 3. We saw a couple cars getting a bobbly up there. See if we can see what happened here. Here's that car in the middle, bobbling. Looks like the truck just ahead may have gotten a bad bump. Several drivers drop low. A few of them drop to the apron trying to avoid it, end up in the outside wall. And a lot of drivers catching a piece of this one. Ouch. All of the drivers do have a fast repair, but a bunch of them just used them early. That could spell trouble for a lot of drivers in this field. However, a few of these drivers that made it through, they will pick up a lot of spots. Philip Willis had to toe to pit road, as did Andrew Schuler. It looks like everybody else was able to limp him around. No, Brian Hennings also had to tow it in. Everybody else able to limp their truck back to pit road. How's it going tonight, Shazzy? Looking to see if we got a few big movers here early. Logan Watern already up 13 spots. J.R. Miller up 11 spots. They are 16th and 17th. Jamie Griffin up 14 spots into 20th. Dave Collins up 12 spots into 22nd. Greg Speaker up 13 spots into 23rd. Brad Wilson up 12 spots into 25th. Sean Tenpenny up 11 spots. And Tony Edrington up 15 spots into 30th. Tony, as of right now, the biggest mover. Eli hopped out to the lead very early here tonight. Question is, can he hold on to it? Now, it's likely that is not going to be the only caution here tonight, and this may come down to a battle of attrition. Currently 6 trucks on pit road, many of them starting to roll back out now. Andrew Schuler may not beat the pace car. He may end up losing a lap here. Yeah, looks like Schuler did end up losing a lap. A rough start for him. As the lights go out, the drivers stack back up for the restart. And don't forget, while all these guys are out here having a lot of fun, they've also raised over $450 just this year for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Definitely an effort they are very proud of. Everybody stacking up, ready to go. And what do you say on this restart? We get a little bit loud. When the green flag drops, I'm going to stop talking and let you guys crank it up for a lap. Listen to all that beautiful horsepower. Eli Childs in control. He can fire once he's in the restart zone. However, I have a feeling none of them are going to try and jump the start. If you get too far out front here at Talladega, when the rest of the pack gets up to speed, you're going to get ran over. Pace car is in. Here they come down the front straightaway into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. Caution is back out. Lap 6. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looks like several drivers off track. Back it up just a hair here. Oh, looks like the 26 came up, got a bad bump. The 14 they get together and chaos ensues. It does appear only 2 drivers, Andrew Schuler and Chris Justice, getting caught up in that. Looks like Brian Whitney also caught a piece of it. Those 3 drivers have towed the pit road. Remember, the drivers only have 1 fast repair here tonight. Looking back, that second group was starting to split off, and normally you see that group in the back. They're the ones playing it a little bit safer, but they were getting 3 wide and staying 3 wide almost from the green flag. Tony Edrington already now up. It looks like 18 spots into 27th. He started tail end of the field and is marching his way forward. Eli Childs continues to lead, followed by Raymond Hanneman, Jeffrey Hunter, Dwayne Young, and Wesley Lynch. And I do know there is a Wesley Lynch fan in the stands tonight. Looks like Edward Fiedler is getting one of his laps back here. Everybody gets lined up. Should get the 1 to green next time by. Eli Childs once again will be in control of the restart. Still quite a big fight here tonight. 39 drivers still on the lead lap at the moment. Brian Whitney looks like he is going to end up a lap down along with Philip Willis, Brian Hennings, and I believe Chris Justice is out of the race. Still a couple of cars on pit road for repairs. One driver you definitely want to keep an eye on, Brian Oshinska, has a bunch of wins here at Talladega, is always a tough driver to beat. Everybody stacking back up for the restart. Jessica Child still trying to run her husband down. He's up front. She's back in 13th. Not seeing a lot of teamwork there tonight. Eli might win the race, but be sleeping on the couch. Everybody stack back up for the restart. I have to say, I think this is the most cars, I know it's the most cars we've ever broadcast at Talladega. This might be the most cars we've ever, I take that back, we did a charity race a couple of years ago, but over the course of several heats and several days, it whittled down But this is the most cars we've ever broadcast on track at one time. Definitely a lot of fun and a lot of excitement to keep up with. Pace car is in. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air. Now, like I said earlier, it takes them about a lap and a half to get up to speed. And it looks like mid-pack we've got a truck dropping back. Outside line starting to work together. Raymond Hanneman has a big push coming out of 2. Drag race down the back straightaway. Eli trying to push back up. Little bit of a gap back here between 10th and 11th. They form back up. And it does look like a small group has dropped off the back for the moment. Led by Thomas Ed, they're hanging back, just trying to stay out of trouble here in the early going. Eli Childs on the bottom, has the nose ahead down the backstretch. Side by side out of turn 4, and we already have some 3 wide again. Whoa, close call there. Almost ended up 4 wide for a moment. Mid-pack, everybody is pushing and taking some really big risks. Sean Tenpenny has had an incident back behind. He has gone off track, and caution! Caution is out. Looks like Sean Tenpenny's off track has brought the caution out. Let's see what happened. Looks like Sean was already heavily banged up. Couldn't get it woed up, slides back up on track, and goes to see Barney the Flagman. Now, Barney does not get a lot of company up there, so he might be thanking him. At the moment of caution, Raymond Hanneman had the lead. Eli Childs in second, Dwayne Young in third, Jeffrey Hunter in fourth, Robert Lawrence in fifth. Logan Water now up 20 positions into ninth place. Right behind him, Joseph Barrow up 17 spots into 10th. Dave Collins up 17 spots into 16th. J.R. Miller in 17th up 11. And Jamie Griffin up 16 spots into 18th. And looks like a few drivers are coming in. See what the strategy is here. Are they taking fuel or fuel and tires? Now this is a fuel only stop for the 43. They don't really need a change of tires here tonight. But under caution, some of them may change right or all 4 tires to get a little bit of an advantage later on. Track temperature has gone back up to 125 degrees. Those fresh tires may actually pay off a little bit here as this track gets hotter, and as they lay down more laps, they'll lay down more rubber, and it'll get a little greasy. Should get 1 to green this time by. Edward Fiedler coming back out now. Looks like he was on pit road for an extended amount of time with extensive repairs, trying to get himself back into the fight. Lights are out on the pace car. Folks, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We've got 3 races tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern with GT3 NSS, and apparently a few new drivers in the field tomorrow at Watkins Glen. BRR Cup Series recruitment tomorrow night, SMR Gen 4 as well. Everybody stacking back up for the restart. Look like a few of them were 3 wide on the pace lap for a moment. Everybody's sorting out, getting right back where they need to be. Now early on here, that bottom line has been the faster line, but Talladega, usually that high line, the more guys run up there, the faster it will get. If that high line comes in quickly enough, it'll be tough to beat. Pace car drops in. Raymond Hanneman in control. Into the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. See a lot of drivers, if they can get a good restart, they might jump a couple of spots like the 6 just did as he moved forward. Jacob Howard already up into 13th, trying to get toward the front. Three-truck pack there, getting a big push down the back straightaway as they close up on the top 10. Eli Childs dropping down third in line on the bottom as now Robert Lawrence on the high side going for the lead. Big push from Samuel Hoff. They're already getting 3 wide mid-pack. Jason Chrisman in that 99 truck is in a really good spot. Let's ride along with him for a lap or so. He is back behind this lead pack in 22nd. And you can see just not a lot of space between these drivers out here. Windshield's already getting dirty as they come down the front straightaway. Guys starting to get a little squirrely on the front stretch as well. Three wide up ahead, and this group single file for the moment. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway once again. Back into turn 3, and you can see how much the truck ahead is moving around. The longer they are out there, the more the tires wear, the less planted these trucks get. Well, big run that time out of turn 4. Drivers have to be careful. They can't just tap the brakes. If they do, they lose a lot of momentum, so they have to let out of the throttle and just crack it a little bit to not run into the truck ahead. As we're about to have a battle, a 3-truck battle for a lead, as there's a truck coming off pit road. That got spicy for a minute. Hey, good evening, Imperial. Raymond Hanneman still has the lead for now, but they are 3 wide. We may get 4 wide up here. That would not be a good idea this early on. Though they settle back into 3 wide for the moment. Oh, a little contact. One of the trucks gets down on the apron, he saves it. Oh, that got really spicy. And they're 4 wide down the backstretch. They better get back to 3 wide before they hit the turn. Most of them filter in. The 5 is down on the apron. Look at that, he drifts it through, but he's gonna save it. Maybe. If he keeps it off the track, there won't be a caution. What? There is a caution. And Jess Childs involved. Back this up just a hair. Looks, oh, the car up top came down, just bumped Jessica. She had nowhere to go. Ends up getting turned and backs into the wall. Tracy Wooten also catches a piece of the calamity. And Troy Shelton, as we end up with 1 on his lid. Take one more look at this from the blimp. There you see, once she got smacked, she just starts sliding. And the chaos went off up ahead. Looks like everybody's headed in. Imperial, no, it is a charity event. But you can tune in tomorrow morning at 11 Eastern, GT3 racing tomorrow night, Cup racing and Gen 4 Cup racing. A large number of cars went to pit road, even drivers not involved. And the vast majority of drivers who went to pit road took 2 tires only. Looking at the numbers, here's an interesting fact. Devin Ray qualified on the pole, went to the tail end of the field at the start of the race. He's currently scored in second. So he has fought his way back to the front. Also on the move, Brian Whitney now up 36 spots into fourth. A lot of drivers did just take fuel only and picked up some track position here. Looks like the drivers involved in that incident, Jessica Childs, now back in 23rd. And the rest of them back behind her at the moment. Tracy Wooten still on pit road as well. David Collins also still on pit road, as well as Ambrose. And Trevor A. is in the lead for the first time here tonight. Up 37 spots. Considering he has already survived 3 incidents on track, avoided them after starting in the back, that's an impressive run. Everybody stacking back up, getting ready to go. Still 36 drivers on the lead lap. Just shy of halfway, and it looks like a large amount of the field may have fuel to the end now. Here we go, pace car dropping in. Trevor leads them down. Into the restart zone they go, green flag, back in the air. And already drivers headed to the high line to make it 3 wide back behind. They settle in, can't get there. We mentioned it earlier. If you get a really good restart, you can pick up several positions quickly. The second pack is broken off for the moment. They'll form back up and be able to run the lead pack down. As caution is back out. 3 drivers had gone off track back behind. Here we come down the back straightaway. Looks like one driver pulls off and several others just beating and banging. Take a look from our blimp. Yeah, a few bad bump drafts. Eli caught up in that. Fortunately, it looked like minimal damage to most of the field. Logan Watern may have gotten a little bit of damage on that one. And fortunately, most of the field avoiding that one, everybody managed to get out of the way. The cars involved got down low, and here we come. Devin Ray, Trevor A., they give up their front row spots. Samuel Hoff goes to the lead now, followed by J.R. Miller in second. Raymond Hanneman back up to third. Jeffrey Hunter in fourth. Robert Lawrence in fifth. Everybody pacing around here. This will allow any drivers that were close on that fuel window will be good to go from here. And it does look like race control is waving several cars back to the lead lap. We'll look here before the green to see how many are back on the lead lap. But it does look like that lead lap group number is going up. And looking to see, will anybody duck back in for one last splash of fuel here? Every one of these drivers hoping it stays green so they can fight their way back to the front. And it looks like, as of now, 40 drivers on the lead lap. as lights go out and they stack back up for the restart. And what do you say, folks? We'll crank it up one more time for the fans at home. So when the green flag drops, I'm going to stop talking and let you guys crank it up. Listen to all this horsepower one more time. I think Ambrose got waved back by possibly one time too many. We'll see once they all get going back to green. Samuel Hoff, J.R. Miller on the front row. Pace car is in. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. Back across the start-finish line, Samuel Hoff continues to lead. J.R. Miller up on the high side. After that pit stop, it definitely shook up where some of these drivers are. That second group hanging off the back just a little bit. They are all three wide at the moment. Settling back into two wide as they try and reclaim that lead group. Continue to see drivers making some big moves. Brian Oshinskin out 25 spots into 21st. Thomas Edel up 25 spots into 22nd. But Jessica Childs on the move as she fights her way back to the front. Whoa! Problems at the front. This could be trouble. Trucks going everywhere. Wow. That may very well have been the big one, folks. Half the field caught up in that. Jacob Hughes, Brian Henning, Brian Whitney, Greg Speaker, John Darnell, Brian Oshinska, Larry McDonald, Jason Chrisman, Jacob Howard, Brad Wilson, all involved and more. Take a look. We saw it getting a little wild up at the front. Coming down the back straightaway out of turn 2, and everybody back behind just has nowhere to go. Trucks go flying everywhere. Okay, we just got word to check the onboard with number 33, so give me just a moment. And we will hop on board and ride along with Wesley Lynch. Oh! Wesley almost got the inside wall, and I have a feeling I know what's about to happen here. No, he actually survived that. Watching back behind, that's where everything started. And I think, yep, there's one. And there comes half the field just wrecking, smoke everywhere. And somehow Lynch actually survived that. Likely a bit of damage to the right rear, but I imagine it's minimal. Actually, I don't see any damage to it at the moment. The top 5 all managing to avoid the chaos. It took half the field. Jessica Childs made it through unscathed. She's back up into the top 10. Tony Edrington up 37 spots now into 8th. He made it through. Edward Fiedler also picking up 30 spots, making it through the chaos. And remember, a lot of drivers in the field have already used their fast repairs. There's potential that we could see cars starting to drop out before long. Still have 34 drivers on the lead lap. Eli Childs, who was leading early, now back in 28th. After getting caught up a couple of times, he's got a lot of work to do. Brian Oshinska had made his way almost into the top 10 after that last incident, but he is now back to 33rd. As lights are back out, less than just over 15 to go here at Talladega. Things are about to really heat up here. Fewer laps, and drivers want to get to the front, position themselves somewhere in the top 5 to make their move with 2 laps to go. They will definitely turn the aggression up to 11 at about 10 to go, but when we hit 2 laps to go, everything pops off. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. 16 laps to go at the line. Raymond Hanneman, Samuel Hoff out front side by side. And man, they're not only bumping on the straights, they are bumping through the corners, trying to get back up to speed just a little bit quicker. The outside line does appear to be coming in. And caution is back out. Not exactly sure what the caution popped for. Let's see if we can find it. Looking back, further back in the pack. Oh, couple of drivers end up in the wall. Couple of drivers go to the apron. Good call by race control, throwing a caution there to make sure that did not become a bigger incident. Looks like Sean Tenpenny definitely went sliding all over 3 and 4. Fortunately, the caution was out. And looks like there was a wreck just ahead as well. It looks like some contact. I do believe this was once the caution was out, but Ambrose got yeeted into the fence. A few drivers did come to pit road. Minor repairs, fuel, tires, anything they can do at this point to get an advantage. Brian Whitney is now up 30 spots into 10th place, currently the biggest mover in the field. Edward Fiedler up 20 spots into 13th. Greg Speaker up 21 spots into 15th. Thomas Edel up 24 spots into 23rd. Should get one to green this time by. Now, we mentioned earlier this may be a race of attrition, but only a couple racers officially out of the race, several still on pit road. And still 32 drivers on the lead lap. Everybody stacking back up, getting ready for the restart. Robert Lawrence trying to get the blue cone. An impressive run this field tonight. This many cars, and we have seen quite a few green flag laps, have seen a few cautions and a little bit of chaos, but we've also seen some really good saves and some really great racing. Pace car drops in. Here they come down the front straightaway. Green flag back in the air. It'll be 12 to go at the line. And several cars jump to the outside, going 3 wide immediately. Oh no, we've got 2 off track. 1 back up in the wall. Caution is back out. We did say the aggression about to crank up, just they went a couple laps early. Hooking down from the blimp as they go off into 1 and 2. Oh, the 6 came down, just went back up. And when the 6 came back up on track, collected several cars back behind, and a few cars getting spun. Wow. If anybody's looking for sheet metal, I can tell you where to find some. There's going to be a lot of extra sheet metal laying around after tonight. J.R. Miller sits in third, up 25 spots tonight. And Troy Edrington now up in 7th, up 38 spots now. Brian Whitney up 31 into 9th. Joseph Barrow up 16 spots into 11th. Logan Watern, who's been caught in multiple incidents, now up 17 spots into 12th. Edward Fiedler up into 13th, up 28. Jared Skinner up 10 spots into 14th. Greg Speaker up 21 spots into 15th. A lot of drivers up here, about 10th to 15th, 16th, they have came through this field more than once. And don't forget, a lot of great racing to come tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. And make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We're going to have obviously from this race, we'll have a lot of great YouTube shorts coming out this week. Quite a few trucks still in really good condition, all things considered. I think Eli Childs' truck has been hit by everybody on track tonight. He's still rolling. Everybody's starting to slide in. They'll get one to green this time. It'll be about 8 laps to go when the green flag drops. "30 trucks still on the lead lap, less than 10 to go. What could possibly go wrong?" A great group of drivers here tonight, and a great job by the promoter Eli Childs for raising so much money for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Great job by everybody involved. We've talked about Tony Edrington up 37 spots into 8th. He's only got 7 more to go. Will he be able to get it done here tonight? Raymond Hanneman in control of the restart. As one truck still trying to get back to the lead lap. As here we go into the zone, green flag. Back in the air, it'll be 8 to go at the line. And Hanneman jumps out. Shoots it up to the high line. For the moment, the bottom line's empty. Whoa! Samuel Hoff jumped to the bottom quickly, moves ahead. Top 6 start to pull away just a little bit from the group back behind. Joseph Barrow, Jess Childs pushing forward. Edward Fiedler right there with them. And caution, it's out again. Car spinning on the front stretch. Everybody piles in. Multiple cars involved. And body panels flying. And now the 85 just gets a bad bump. Several bad bumps at the front. And a couple of trucks catching air. Back behind, Greg Spiegler and several others go to the apron, think they're safe, but Greg shoots through. A lot of them don't. Several trucks also wrecking back behind as everybody piles in here. Jared Skinner has a great drift through the grass and gets right to pit road. And that did take out a lot of the cars in the top 10. This is definitely going to shake up that lead group. The top 5 now: Robert Lawrence, Wesley Lynch, Dwayne Young, Brian Whitney, and Tony Edrington. Greg Speaker, Dave Collins, Kenneth Gallman, John Darnell, and Devin Ray rounding out the top 10. Several cars getting waved back around. Several cars did end up having to tow it in. And several cars on pit road with extensive repairs. We might start seeing attrition come into play. Should be getting 1 to green this time by. As lights go out on the pace truck, or in the pace car, they will restart with 4 laps to go. If we get a caution before the white flag, we will get a green-white checkered. Which I would say with 22-ish trucks still on the lead lap, a green-white checkered is an extreme probability. Looks like we end up with 24 drivers still in the lead lap. So still a big pack battling for the win. Any driver on the lead lap right now still has a chance. Anybody want to make a bold prediction in the comments? We'd love to hear what you have to say. If anybody has a prediction for the winner at this point, I'd be really impressed if you got it right. But here we go. This may be the final battle. Green flag is in the air. It's 4 to go at the line. Nobody makes a move to the high line to go 3 wide on the restart this time. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Still nobody making the move to 3 wide yet. Wesley Lynch takes the lead for the first time tonight. Wesley Lynch has survived some insanity out there. If he can pull off the win, that's going to be an impressive one. A lot of bumping going on behind. 3 to go. 3 wide, about 4th on back. Everybody trying to make their way. Almost 4 wide, coming out of 2. I'll reckon on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Eli Child's involved. Jessica Child's involved. And we will see a green-white checkered finish. Here they come, out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. A bad bump up top. Sends a half dozen trucks down to the apron. Even the drivers back behind, unable to avoid that one. Almost made it through. Looks like Kenneth Gourmet and Michael Menchaca had to toe to pit road. Their chances for the win appear to be over. Several cars headed into pit road. They were caught up in that one. To see if they can get enough repairs done. Look like several of the cars involved did not get much damage. They may be okay. Several cars are being waved back to the lead lap. Looks like we'll still have well over 20 cars in the fight, and they'll have to settle it in 2 laps. Tony Edrington now up 41 spots into 4th, but Brian Wedney up 38 spots into 2nd. Everybody stacking up, getting ready for the signal. 23 cars currently scored on the lead lap. Lights go out on the pace car as they get ready to settle this one. Three of the drivers in the top 6 have picked up more than 25 spots here tonight. Will it be one of them in victory lane? Or will it be somebody back in 21st? Wesley Lynch on the bottom, in control. He cannot jump too far ahead on this restart, or everybody will go flying by him on the back straightaway. But he can't get off the line too slowly, or they'll get him past before turn 1. He is in the one place you do not want to be on a restart for a green-white checkered here. And here they go. Into the zone, green flag, back in the air, will be 2 to go at the line. And several drivers jump out to go 3 wide. Oh! Several of them get into the wall. Everybody saves it. No, caution is out. And we will get another green-white checkered. Brian Oshinska up in this mess. He's one of the drivers that got bumped into the wall. And then the drivers trying to avoid him all get together. And about 4 cars end up in the infield. Brian Oshinska, Tracy Wooten, and John Darnell all towed to pit road. Their race is likely done. Brian Whitney and Wesley Lynch still have the front row, but with the swap, Whitney now has the lead. Robert Lawrence in third, Dwayne Young in fourth, Davin Ray now in fifth. Tony Edrington in sixth, up 39 spots, and the leader, Brian Whitney, up 39 spots. And here's an interesting statistic on this one. The drivers in 6th through 10th place have combined to pass 115 cars here tonight. Whereas the top 5 only combined to have passed 39. Looking back through the field to see if any of these cars outside of the top 10, and yes, quite a few of them have anywhere from cosmetic to heavy damage. Will they be able to get to the front? And depending on the amount of damage, they may be able to stay in the draft and get as high as second. But enough damage, you won't be able to make the pass on the last lap to take the lead. The drivers will be getting 1 to green this time. "20 cars still on the lead lap. 3 cars, 1 lap down. Nope, 2 cars, 1 lap down at the moment. Jess Childs and Walter Sahidek are both getting waved back to the lead lap. Everybody ready to go. Through 3 and 4, pace car about to drop in. That last restart, we saw chaos at the back of the pack. Will there be any chaos this time, or will it be full send for 2 laps at Talladega? Brian Whitney in control on the restart. Into the zone, green flag. Back in the air, 2 laps to go. Already several drivers go 3 wide, mid-pack, and caution. Caution is out, and that may be it does not look like they're heeding the caution flag. They're going to send it to the end here. Brian Whitney, Robert Lawrence, Dwayne Young out front. We've got one off track. Whitney leads them to the white flag. They are banging. Holy crap. White flag one more time around, and it's a 3-truck battle. Now it's a 2-truck battle. And it looks like that was the checker. I don't know why it didn't throw it, but it looks like the... Okay, I got nothing. They took the white flag. The checker came out in turn 1. And according to this, Dave Collins just won the race. Greg Speaker comes home in second. Dwayne Young in third. I have no idea what happened on that last lap. See if we can talk to Eli and figure this one out. Eli, the last lap of that one got a little wonky. What happened?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even see what caused the last wreck. It was behind me, so I don't know what exactly happened there.
Well, do we know who we're calling the winner for this one?
No, I don't know. I think Brian Whitney won.
Okay.
I don't really know.
I
think people don't understand.
Yeah, he came across on that last caution as the leader, but everybody kept going, so I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, they kept going like it was still green, so I don't know.
Oh, I guess we're going to call it Brian Whitney. Great job tonight. Definitely a fun race and a great event, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you putting it on and hope everyone enjoyed watching it.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Let's see if we can get a word with Brian Whitney. Brian, I guess due to you leading when that last caution came out, you are officially being called the winner on this one, and that was a wild one.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how we're showing in 5th.
I don't know, but man, you had the most positions picked up tonight, coming home with the win that put you up like 39 spots after starting
Nice.
way in the back. And how you survived that long starting so far back is impressive.
It was a scary ride for sure.
It definitely looked like it, man. Oh, a great job. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Eli and Jessica for putting it on when they do. Appreciate what they do and enjoy being here for them.
Well, thanks, buddy. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Well, that is one of the wilder, more interesting finishes I have ever broadcast. It has definitely been a wild night. We will have the race up on YouTube later tonight. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everybody had a great time. And huge shout out to Eli and Jessica and everybody who helped raise money for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Have a great night, everybody.